I've got a video that I wanted to do a reaction to because it's truly awesome to see some of this data. Once in a while, I have a keen eye for when people share their data logs and tunes and things, or they show what they're doing in their tuning process. And it's really cool for me to see this as someone who tunes and helps people with their tunes. So I just wanted to go over Cleetus McFarland's mullet 654 pass data log. He released a video on his Cleetus2 McFarland channel, his second channel from FL2K, and this is really cool. And I know for people that do this every day, it's probably doesn't seem as extreme or out of the ordinary, but compared to things that I tune that are a lot lower horsepower, a lot more basic, like the classic turbocharged BMW stuff that runs on pump gas and E85, this is absolutely nuts to see some of this, and I just want to go over that with you. So first of all, this is the log that he goes over for the run that was their winning run here, and it is just wild to see all the different parameters that they have with their tune. First thing that I am just blown away about is the ignition timing. And this is when you are running methanol fuel. So you can see here over on the left, the purple is his ignition timing. And throughout the log, he will show different parts of it. But it seems like right here, just off of the trans brake, he is right around 32 degrees. And then right when it comes up on boost, right here you can see the boost in blue here. When it hits full boost, it just drops straight down to about 25 degrees and goes and holds 25 degrees all the way until the end of the run. So first of all, this is absolutely wild to me, because in like a tune that I do on a basic old BMW, which I know I'm comparing it like apples to oranges, but just to give you an idea, like for a pump gas tune on an old BMW that is a stock engine, 5 or 6 PSI, I'm using 22 degrees of spark advance to keep it safe at a 12.5 AFR. And if we go back, this is just so bizarre to me. With methanol, you can just absolutely throw the timing at it. You got 25 degrees of ignition timing at between 3.5 and 3.0 air fuel. Now that is with methanol. So methanol, if we convert that to lambda, that's a 0.5, or yeah, it's freaking nuts. It's a 0.5 lambda basically. So if we take 3.5, just for example, 3.5, and then divide that by 6.5, which is the stoichiometric value of methanol, that's 0.5 lambda. And they're not running intercoolers on this. So that's another thing that is key to note, is with methanol, a lot of the drag racer guys, they don't run intercoolers because methanol cools so well, especially when you're spraying it in with this level of richness. It is absolutely wild. You would never ever even be able to pull that off on gasoline. The motor would probably just die and not even run if you ran this rich on gasoline. And even E85, that's really, really rich. So once again, this just amazing, but it is pretty normal for non-intercooled methanol cars they're running that. But if we look at his boost pressure as well, 42 psi, and that's before it peaks. So his map sensor maxes out and the boost actually continues to rise. He compares it later on to his fuel pressure and shows that the fuel pressure actually, I'm trying to see where it was, but the fuel pressure actually kind of gives, oh, here we go. The fuel pressure shows where it is, and it's matched 1-to-1 with his boost. So the fuel pressure is actually showing kind of where boost is. So he thinks that it's well into like close to 50 psi at peak of boost. So 50 pounds of boost, 0.53 lambda, and 25 degrees of ignition timing is just absolutely bonkers. And I understand too, this is I think this is a Steve Morris big block, and big blocks, older Chevrolet stuff, they do take a little more timing, but still 25 degrees at 50 pounds of boost is just absolutely mind bending. This is really cool info to see. And if you ever want to learn a little bit about how the professionals set up stuff, you can watch some professional tuning whenever you get a chance. If they pull out the laptop and show you some race side views of the laptop, a lot of the times that's a good way to kind of get a glimpse into what the world of high performance is doing if you have no other way to do it. So you can just watch with a keen eye on YouTube, and when you see something like this pop up, try to just screen save it, just do a screen capture, and there's a lot of things you can learn. Like, for example, in Florida, it's 88 degrees when he did that. Just random stuff like that. So just keep a keen eye out for stuff that you can learn from people sharing. And congratulations to Cleetus McFarland on this. This is just absolutely awesome. Really cool stuff. Thanks for sharing, Cleetus. And yeah, I hope someday I have something that runs on methanol so I can push it that hard and have something built well enough that it could be pushed hard enough to need that much boost. So just wanted to give a little reaction on this. It's really cool to see. If anyone out there is trying to learn, this is a really cool example, and there's many more of them out there, but just thought I'd share a little reaction in comparison to a lot of the tunes that I do. This is really cool stuff. So thanks again. Thanks for watching, and subscribe or become a member if you like more content like this.